you say, 28 degrees in here? Yeah, we got a fire started here. It won't take long. It won't take long. The fire starters work pretty darn good. This old wood stove. This wood stove was made in 1977 by Ashley Corporation out of Columbia, South Carolina. I bought it in '78. I sent it back down 5 years ago, and they reconditioned it and brought it back. It almost looks like brand new. So maybe my kids and grandkids could keep using it. It's a little bigger than I need in this cabin, but I'd rather have more than not enough. But them fire starters, they work. Nice little fire starting. 28 degrees in here is what we got up here today. They're talking snow tonight. So, time to get the wood stove fired up and be ready to hunker down for another weekend of deer hunting. Good morning, welcome to Deer Corner. Well, it's about 37 degrees outside this morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. Having my coffee. Had my oatmeal for the morning. Packing up, getting ready to go out and do a little deer hunting. But one thing I want to bring up, and I hunt deer, and I always hunted deer since I can remember. I think I shot my first deer when I was 9 or 10 years old. And I was always taught to hunt and hunt to put food on the table. And that's how I hunt still today. I hunt deer to put food on the table. I'm not a trophy hunter. I'm not going to go out and try to kill the biggest and the baddest, the widest spread. Now, if one comes across my path, yeah, I'll shoot him. But I don't go out hunting deer for the size of the antler. I go for the body of deer. Now the deer up here at the cabin and on my property up around here, now like earlier this year I let a couple bucks walk. They were nice deer. But they had another year or two, they'd have to be nicer deer, bigger bodied, which would put more meat on the table. And that's how I hunt deer. I'm not a trophy hunter. Now, as in the cabin here, if you look around when some of the shots, I don't have mounts hanging off the wall or mounted fish hanging off the wall, and no, I got antlers, and that's about all I keep out of a deer today. Just the antlers, hang hats on and things like that. But I call them city slickers. I've heard that called when I hunted up in Maine. Little story here. And I went up to a deer camp in Maine. My brother and I would go every year. And you would go into the kitchen area, eat your breakfast and dinners and suppers, and you'd go out in these little cabin to stay the night. And we would be in there in the morning, and the older guy, the older gentleman that ran it, he would come around and sit around with us and talk with us. And that's where I got the term city slickers, because hunters would come in there and it looked like their hunting clothes were pressed and brand new. I mean, they were just brand new. And they just, that's where I got the term city slicker from. And I'm not going to cut them down, but I could tell the difference. I can tell the difference from a city slicker hunter to a hunter. You'll see all these mounts everywhere, and they're out there to hunt for the mount. I'm hunting for the food. So there's a difference. And now I don't go out and shoot every deer I see. When I look at a deer, I want to know how many meals I'm going to get out of that deer. And that's how I look at a deer and how I hunt deer. So for some of you that I have some videos I'm going to put together for 2022 deer hunt and the deer I shot. I'm going to put them all on one video. But I'm not out here on YouTube to go out and show shooting monster deer. And basically I'm not out here on YouTube to show how I shoot deer. I just hope some of the things I bring up that you learn from, so you can go out and hunt deer. And that's my channel, and I do work with deer all year. Basically, when hunting season's over, I'm starting for next year. So I just want to clarify, I'm not a trophy hunter. Now, I will not pass one down, but I want to know how many meals that deer will put on the table. So I want to clarify that and bring that up. I'm a simple hunter. I'm just simple. I'm Carhartt brown, and I don't have all the camouflage, and I don't need a wheelbarrow full of stuff to go to my stand. Simple backpack. And I'm just a simple hunter. And it's just like life. If you keep your life simple, you'll do all right. But when you start clustering it up, then you're going to get into a jam. Same thing with deer hunter. Keep it simple. When you're hunting deer, just keep it simple. You'll shoot just as many deer by keeping it simple than you will by buying and packing all this stuff in. And it just, to me, I just go out and I hunt deer and what I could put and feed on the table, along with squirrels and a few things like that. Yeah, I put a lot of that on the table. And I do have a goal every year on how much meat I put in the freezer, and I'm about to reach it this year. And I traveled a lot this year on hunting. I hunted a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of real pretty things and met a lot of good people. So that's my thoughts on deer hunting. And if you like my channel, go ahead, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I'll get back with you. So y'all have a good hunting season, and we got a couple weeks left, and I'm hoping to make the best of it. I got a couple tags yet to fill, so we'll see you next time. And just remember, you're in the woods, be safe. You'd rather be safe than sorry. Things do happen.